Hi there. Welcome to Audio Library. I am Priyanka Dhawan and I shall be doing a reading of Katha Chanakya by Radhakrishnan Pillai. Let us begin. Chapter 1 of Commitments and Self Discipline. Acharya Niti. How often have you taken an oath and broken it? A New Year resolution is a common example. No matter what it is, losing weight, waking up early, finishing a project, or starting a new one, we start with much enthusiasm but then lose track. We either become lethargic or forget our goal. It is not important to start projects, it is important to complete them. The only real problem then is lack of commitment. Chanakya was a committed and disciplined person. His oath of dethroning the arrogant Dhananand was comparable in determination to the Bhishma Pratigya, which was an oath taken by Bhishma in the Mahabharata, which he honored until his death. Acharya Katha. Kings were often educated in philosophical matters and given a spiritual foundation right from their days in the Gurukul, which were residential schools where pupils lived with their guru. To ensure that the young princes did not forget these basics once they were seated on the throne, the ruling king and his ministers would often invite scholars and experts for annual philosophical discussions, much like modern day conferences. Dhanananda, who also hosted such events in his court, thought that they were a waste of time. But because this was a practice started by his ancestors, he had to maintain the tradition. Once, during such an event, with many scholars who had come to present new ideas, Dhananand was absent. Without the king, the discussions could not begin. The prime minister in Dhananand's court was Amatya Rakshas, a great scholar of the Vedas, who was much respected for his knowledge and wisdom. He was the king's trusted advisor and the de facto ruler of his kingdom. Amatya Rakshas realized that Magad was in danger of losing its respect among the intellectual community, owing to Dhananand's absence from the meeting. To prevent this from happening, he rushed to Dhananand's chamber and found him carousing with his dasis. Maharaj, the wise men and scholars await you in the court. Please accompany me, as Magad needs its king. You can continue with your activities later, replied the ruler. Maha Amatya Rakshas. Had anyone else said that to me, I would have him executed. No one has the right to command the king. But as I admire you, I will come. But once in the royal court, Dhananand began losing interest in the discussions and even started to ridicule the scholars. Acharya Chanakya, who was also seated among the wise men, could not take it any more. He decided to leave. Dhananand saw them walking out and felt insulted. Asking the gatekeepers to stop Chanakya, he demanded, If you had to leave like this, why did you come at all? Chanakya replied in a firm voice, I came here to see if Magad had kept the lamp of knowledge burning and if together we could destroy Alexander's imminent attack. But I have realized my error and don't want to waste any more time here. Furious, Dhananand thundered, Throw this man out of my kingdom! The guards grabbed Chanakya's shikha, top knot, undoing it in the process, and threw him out of the court. The shikha of a Brahmin is symbolic in nature. It represents his devotion to his guru, God, and the scriptures, and is freshly tied every day after the morning prayers. And so, regarding this as the ultimate insult, Chanakya took his deadly oath. I will not tie this shikha until the day I remove you from the throne of Magadh. Until that time, Chanakya was only a teacher, without power, position, or an army under his command. but he had taken an oath to dethrone one of the most powerful kings in the country. But simply taking an oath is not enough. One must work towards fulfilling it. And so, Chanakya would look at his Shikha and remind himself of his vow every day. And eventually, he created history by dethroning Dhananand and crowning Chandragupta as the Emperor of India, thus marking the beginning of the Maurya dynasty. The end. I hope that you enjoyed the story as much as I did. Please let us know your takeaway and thoughts in the comments below. This is Priyanka Dhawan signing off until next time.